Hello there, commanders, and welcome to another round. We're still in the first round, but welcome to another match in round 1 of the National Cup. This time we have Russia versus Spain on Teutoburg Forest. Let's disable the fog of war and let's see what's up. Russia, the blue team, Spain, the red team. Let's see, Russia. Units of swords, spears, more swords, and pikes on the left flank coming from E to B, responded by swords, a lot of spears, and dogs. Dogs will be a nice counter to pikes, and then that is going to be an equal matchup. And neither team, sorry, there are repeating crossbows on the side of Russia. I thought there were no range units at all, but no, Russia has a repeating crossbows here on the right flank, accompanied by spears and a lot of swords. But the Russian team has no cavalry, while the French team does, and it's here, and it will be looking for some sneaky charges into those repeating crossbows that are quite well protected by 7 units surrounding them. They also have elephants able to push through, but elephants are quite weak to repeating crossbows. That unit has essentially been made to counter them. And the cavalry has already run into the repeating crossbows as well. The Spanish team really needs to get some kind of a coordinated attack. Okay, there we go. Now they're sending the elephants. One of them, at the very least. And now the infantry is going to collapse from all sides. Cavalry going around through tall grass trying to find some charges. One of them gets stuck in a sword unit. And let's see here, the engagement at B has begun as well. Oh, that's a very big mess. But we already see a lot of Spanish units being mowed down. The pikes have found their way into dogs, of just through dogs are mowing spears as well. So that engagement is looking to be heavily favored towards the Russian team. C unlocked in 50 seconds. There's just one spear unit on top of there. It will take some time for it to capture it. And this engagement is also looking as if it is going the Russian way. Now the French team has unlocked the flank by defeating the swords. Now maybe the cavalry can charge through. Ooh, they failed the charge and they run the caltrops. The elephant is following suit, but look at just how slow that elephant is through caltrops and all the arrows or bolts in this case weighing down on them. Cavalry has made its way on top of... Oh, they're slowed down by these caltrops. That's why this portion of the unit is also slowed down. It's very considerate of them to just, well, if one friend is slowed down, then everybody is slowed down. It's a very nice sense of camaraderie between the soldiers in this unit, and that means that the cavalry needs to run away using the Wrath of Mars to run away faster towards the healing zone. But the Russian team has won the initial engagement here on the right flank. They have also won the initial engagement here on the left flank, and are now looking to contest B. The Spanish team still has quite a lot of forces left on B to defend it, to hold it, but it is against pikes, so if they just get mowed down in this blob, they need to spread out. That's what they do, but there are also 3 units of pikes. One of them is in pike phalanx, this one is also in pike phalanx. Okay, this one is as well using rapid advance to quickly reposition, but they are not really facing the correct ways at all. Now the dogs have been sent against the pikes. That is a really nice counter. Only 1 unit, the other 2 still being held. Now they're being unleashed from the second flank. It's pretty nice sending the dogs against spears here. That isn't necessarily a good idea, as Portes will just obliterate them. And the Spanish team needs to find their way on top of B. But the Russian team is slowly running out of steam. But they captured C. They have some reinforcements coming from E that they managed to heal. Let's see if they can capture A here. Same scenario is essentially happening. The Russian team has won the initial engagement, but the ability to heal of the Spanish team as they are defending their own point is quite powerful, and they're sending the reinforcements, stopping the Russian team from getting much further. The point has been captured a little bit further than halfway through, but it's not enough. The healing zone is still there for the Spanish team, and now they're sending the cavalry and elephants, and they will be able to chase down the repeating crossbows that have no protection. Their protection has been separated away from them. And the Spanish team is also looking to remain in control of A after this engagement finishes. B push has been forced away. The Russian team failed to capture B, but that is essentially how Teterbuk Forest goes. It is a very, very bad map to attack, essentially, and unless you have a huge advantage, you win very convincingly. Getting a point is going to be extremely tough. I mean, that is true for pretty much every single map, but it is especially true for Teterbuk Forest. Let's see if the Spanish team maybe can find some sort of a counter-attack. Doesn't really look like they will be able to do so on the left flank. And maybe they have sent some forces away. Yeah, it looks like they have sent some forces away from the A flank. The players that have died there have now respawned over here on the right flank, but they are going to struggle with an uphill battle, quite literally. Let's see what they have. They have a little bit of dogs. Oh, those dogs are obliterated, didn't heal them. The other two are in an okay state, but not full HP, so obviously far from perfect. I think they already should send the dogs here to the healing zone to deny the healing, otherwise the infantry may be too slow, but maybe since they don't know what is here, they don't want to really risk running the dogs into something. But I think it's still worth the risk. But that means that this huge attack, B is now going to be quite open, but they still have an elephant and a spear unit there to be able to defend and hold the point if needed. They do not have pikes in here. Well, the Spanish team just doesn't have pikes at all. They now have a spear unit on top of the healing zone, but yeah, if they only have sent the dogs, these 3 units would be not able to heal, but they were able to heal, and now they're cutting down the spears that were supposed to deny the healing from them. So the Spanish team was a little bit too late. The engagement here is being dominated by pikes. So the left side of the engagement has been obliterated, and the right side of the engagement also looks like it is going to go the way of the Russian team, as they do have an XP advantage. They have outporters on, and it is being marched by outporters from the other side, but it is just not enough. The units from the Russian team are stronger, and the counter-attack on E has failed. Let's see, both teams are regrouping on the right flank. The Russian team is looking to push forward again. B is contested by them. The units have snuck through, so that's going to be an interesting dynamic. As all these units die here, let's see if the Russian team will maybe be able to capture. They do have pikes incoming. Let's see if they can contribute. They are in pike phalanx. There we go. So they will be able to mow down these spearmen, and the elephant is not going to do much in that regard. But under spearmen is able to sandwich the pikes and maybe stop them before they do too much damage, as they are already doing quite a lot. The elephant from the Spanish team has been sent to C to start contesting it, but it also is not looking very well for him. See here, well, Sula and Leonidas will not be able to do that much damage, but the combination of shield bash and pike phalanx, just hoplite phalanx, would be able to do quite a lot of damage to the elephant and force it away. Both counterattacks have kind of met in the middle, but closer to the Spanish healing zone, so that is advantage for them. And now they have found a really nice charge to the repeating crossbows, and the Russian team has only 3 units of melee infantry left in here, so if they can find some nice flanks, some recharges, they can quickly obliterate the Russian forces on this flank and maybe capture D, as there's really nothing being sent back there. The repeating crossbows have now escaped, but they're pursued by an elephant. They can use that elephant very nicely to deny the healing, and if they win the engagement here, D should be wide open for the Spanish team to capture. We'll see if they will manage to do that. The pikes here on B have been surrounded and routed. There's only 1 unit of infantry left, barely alive. They just need to drop below 10 molars, and then the whip will rout them, or any, well, reflank and a right flank will do that as well. There we go. So B contest has been stopped, but another unit makes it on top of the point, but it's also going to be mowed down by a triple hoplite phalanx of Hannibal, or hoplite phalanx, Carthaginian phalanx. There we go, just phalanx. It's Carthaginian phalanx. Come on, it is. I don't know. The UI is contradicting itself, but anyway, Let's see how the counter attack here on the right flank is going for the Spanish team, or their left flank. And this is not going well. The Russian team has managed to put one of the units on top of A, which is now contested by just one soldier of a cavalry unit. There we go, the other two cavalry units have respawned. Will they be able to find a recharge? No, just a frontal charge. Elephant is also being pulled back. Can heal this unit now. But yeah, both attacks have just been stopped in their tracks. No sort of counter-attacking. That is the problem of Teutoburg Forest. And since the Russian team has captured C at the beginning, they're just slowly going towards the victory, as they control 3 points against just 2, and also one of the points for the Spanish team is being contested. See, for long the unit is quite low on morale, but only left flank is not enough. Intimidate and Roar are also not enough. I mean, those do not stack, so only one of them is working at a time, but it doesn't matter, it wouldn't be enough anyway. They need to find more flanks. They really can't, and Russian team is sending more and more reinforcements. The repeating crossbows here are unprotected. They do have caltrops available. And let's see, now they are spotted by Tuvieha's Foxmen, and let's see if the cavalry will go after them. They're looking to go into tall grass. Now they will be spotted, so they know what's coming. Infantry caltrops being dropped and repeating crossbows are hiding in the forest. Elephant being sent against them, which is an interesting choice. Cavalry obviously cannot hold against swordsmen. Let's see if they can find a recharge. They did not recharge, but is it? It is Scipio, so we can reflank and Warcry, but no Warcry has been used and no reflank has been applied. I mean, obviously this is not a reflank. Yeah. Where do you say a reflank here? That unit is just completely surrounded. It's just a left flank. So there we go. That unit is not going to be routed. C is now contested. A blob of Spanish spears have made it onto C, but it is not enough to capture it away from the Russian team, as they do collapse with a lot of swords on top of it as well. And I don't think those spears were full HP when they made it on top of there. See, B is now being contested. 0 points for the Spanish team, as both A and B are contested, and no points of the Russian team are being contested. And now the Russians have managed to put one unit of spears on top of the healing zone to deny it, and the elephant needs to go all the way back to base if it wants to heal. So maybe the push on B can be successful on the Russian side. The forces are sort of equal, but with a slight advantage towards the Russian team, and they are getting reinforcements while the French team does not. They do have 2 players dead, and that will respawn in a little bit, so they might respawn here at B, send some reinforcements. If they spawn here, they obliterate the unit that is denying the healing, and then they will be able to reinforce the point. Let's see if that happens. There we go. Yep. The Spanish spear blob has respawned here. Let's see how quickly they can kill the phalanx here. They need to be very, very quick, because they have only 1 unit left that is now routed and unrouted, and now routed again. Yes, because morale system is very, very consistent, and the Russian team is going to capture B. Spanish team was too slow to get out of the healing zone. Oh, they managed to get 1 last unit in, but they have no healing zone in here, but they did manage to respawn both of the players that were dead. So now those players need to very quickly make their way on top of B before it's fully captured, because otherwise the Russian team will have a healing zone present in here and it will be almost impossible to capture. And there we go. The Russian team has secured B now with 6 points per second gained. They are already retreating. They're going to heal up all the units that they have lost, bring back the pikes, and this is not looking good for the Spanish team. Now they're sending elephants and cavalry towards C, but it is not looking too promising either. Let's see if they can find anything here. Cavalry can't contest D for a little bit, but is now being pushed out by the spearmen. They did manage to surround and cut down 1 unit with their Foxmen, and those Foxmen can go towards D, maybe try to contest it. They do have a unit advantage here on the left flank, but the Russian team is already responding, sending units away from C towards center, but that is being stopped by another unit of cavalry. is just going to run through a phalanx, well, not a phalanx, but just a spear unit that use shield bash. And yeah, the Spanish team attack on B, counter-attack on B has been stopped in strikes. The Russian team just healed up very closely. The point isn't even unlocked, and the Spanish team's attack is already over. So let's see if they can look for some sort of a comeback. If anything is going to happen, it is to be on the left flank. They're trying to get C contested. I mean, they are contesting it with an elephant, but there is a pike phalanx in there that all it's going to hit is allies. A really nice outplay from the elephant player from the Spanish team, but it is just a little bit too little too late. But they are contesting C. They are going to contest D in a short while with their elephant. The folksmen are already here, but the repeating crossbows, they are a perfect counter to an elephant. They can also obliterate the folksmen very quickly if they wish to do so. But Wrath of Mars launched prematurely, and it was very easy to see from very far away and very easy to dodge. So a mistake on the Spanish cavalry player, and well, he is going to disrupt the repeating crossbows for a little bit, but all they need to do is just split up, and yeah, they can only really deny one unit. And his cavalry is also being cut down by some Russian swords. And while the fight is looking somewhat equal in here, the Spanish team is getting some reinforcements. 2 additional units of cavalry are coming into the elephant and another swords. A lot of units responding here. They are committing a lot of a lot of forces to D. They are also contesting C. They are also sending quite a lot of units in there. And the only way for the Spanish team to win now is if they go for the base capture. The Russian team has respawned one of the players here on the right flank to reinforce, but the Spanish team can quite nicely deny them the access to the capture point itself. There's only 1 unit left on top of D from the Russian team holding the point, preventing it from being captured, and another 6-7 units coming from the Spanish side. Where is this cavalry going? It should help here. Flank and Warcry. Well, the units that were holding away the Russian reinforcements have now been obliterated, which means additional 4 units of the Russian team will make it on top of D. D is looking to be held for at least quite a while, unless the Ad Portas spew blob can change that. Let's see how quickly it will be able to mow down these swords. Not very quickly, because those are Sula swords, so they are sort of a perfect counter. They need to be flanked, they need to be routed. He's finding his way into some Caesar swords though, with his Ad Portas. Folksmen are holding away the swords. They're actually not contesting the point at the moment, but this will be trying to push through so that may be the case. And this is just a huge blob fight, but the Spanish team is not going to win it anytime soon. They did manage to get a unit of swords on top of the healing zone, and a unit of cavalry to deny the repeating crossbows. 1 unit of cavalry is making its way through the base, but the Russian team is just 200 points away from securing a victory, and the Spanish team is nowhere near capturing D, which could enable the capture of the base. And then you would also need to find the time to capture the base as well. So that is going to be a Russian victory in about a minute, as they are just 200 points away. They're holding B, they're just chilling in here, chilling at C as well, cutting down some swords with a huge force. And yeah, it's just there we go, then they're finally flanked here. Yeah, still just a left and right flank, yep, not a rear at all. Well, the Spanish team is trying to desperately send more and more units into D, but it's just not going to happen, as the Russian team has 4.5 points gain per second, so that means we're just 10 seconds away from victory, and Russia will lead the match 1-0, and we'll see if the Spanish team can get a tie in the second battle on a different map. And I don't know if it was the map of their choice or if this was the map of the Russian choice. I can't really tell you that. But well, until then, I'll see you on Arena's battlefields, Commanders.